Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue Games. Oh yeah, Nicholas Gaming, good to see you, man. Sherry Marshall, G-Man Dukes, what's up, man? Hyper12 Gaming, welcome to the stream as well. Raphael Aasen, what's up, man? Welcome. Diego Official Squad, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Welcome back, guys. This is XPlane11, and we are taking a look at some more free scenery from XPlane11. This one is Catalina Island, and it is gorgeous. Check it out. I know you can see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. And we're flying the Just Flight Piper P828 Aero 3. I like to call it my flavor of the month. This is honestly one of my favorite general aviation aircraft right now. Kind of like for me at the moment. I just discovered it's not new. It's not new plane. It's just I think maybe a month ago or so I bought it, and I was amazed, and I'm kind of upset that I hadn't bought it sooner. But anyways, we'll take a look more into that. We're also flying on the Pilotedge network today. I can do some little bit of a VFR fun. I like to call it a VFR happy hour. Hopefully it stays VFR. We will have to see. Is this promo music from the 60s? No, it's actually a little bit of a mix. I really like this jam. This is I don't even know who it's by, honestly. Like, it's kind of unknown, but it's a really dope like remix. I've been feeling it. I've been waiting for a moment to be able to use this track for a reason. Kamani, welcome, man. Good to see you. This is Kilo Alpha Victor X-Ray. That is the ICAO for this airport. G-Man Dukes, answer to your question is next week. Next week, sir. I will not be on VATSIM today. We're on Pilotedge. We were on VATSIM yesterday. I want to get a Pilotedge flight in this week, but yo, all right, cool. I'm actually gonna play that back one more time in the background. Beautiful. All right, so yes, Piper Aero 3, Just Flight, Catalina Island. This is again free scenery. You can get off of the forum. Just search Catalina Island, or you can search. This is a good screenshot, actually. I should go ahead and take that screenshot right there. But yeah, anyways, let's get. So today's plan is I'm starting quite a bit late today than I planned, so it's gonna be a shorter stream. So if you're here, you're here. This small little slot that I'm gonna take up today. We can kind of look at the airport a little bit. Show off this baby. Whoever made this did a great job. Amazing. Look at that. It looks great. Like I mentioned a few times to you guys in past live streams that I've dabbled into some airport scenery development myself, and I'm at the stage where I want to start doing my own custom 3D objects. Right now I mainly just use library objects. That looks great. So right now, I'm pretty much in the process of learning a 3D program called Blender, and that's the program I chose to use. I got a little American flag here, and I'm gonna try to start creating some of my own objects so I can make airports actually look like they are. Because right now it's kind of tough. You can kind of make an airport look like a resemblance of it just by using the library objects, so like default objects, but you really can't get all of the characteristics of an airport without having like this right here. This building is original to Catalina, and if we go down here, I think it actually might say something on this sign. Yeah, welcome to the airport in the sky. Landing fee $25. Sea tower. That's pretty cheap. Daniel TV, thanks to the host, bro. I definitely appreciate that. But so today's I don't know, I'm just gonna have a little fun. Am I not on screen? Let me put my camera up for you guys. I'm just gonna have a little fun. We're on Pilotedge, so we do need to deal with that. But other than that, I just kind of want to enjoy flying today. I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of tough for me to decide what to fly and where I wanted to fly. That is one of the reasons why today's stream has started so late. But yeah, I finally decided, and we're here at Catalina. Airport's been around for a long time, guys, but don't underestimate it. It is pretty amazing. But if you have Pilotedge, we are in the what's it called, the ZLA whatever area. So the first threshold of payment for Pilotedge. Pilotedge also has a free trial as well if you ever wanted to give it a try. If you don't know what Pilotedge is, it's just basically a online multiplayer network with very, very realistic ATC. But great job, it looks really good. Textures look really good. Oh, there's an airplane, an Eclipse landing. And this is an uncontrolled airport, by the way, so there will not be any ATC at this airport. If we need to pick up IFR, we can call in for IFR. If we, yeah, that's basically it. We just gotta make sure we go to the CTAF frequency. So, all right, let's hop in the plane and just get started and do a little bit of flying here. But yeah, so I didn't actually tell you what my whole plan. So the whole plan for today is to start off in Catalina. We're gonna fly down to Carlsbad, which is Kilo Charlie Romeo Quebec, and then from there short hop to San Diego. We'll see. Last time we did a flight, we didn't actually do all the legs, but today we'll see what happens. Depends on how long it takes and how long I take to do simple things. We probably should, I think our fuel should be good. I assume our fuel situation is good, but we should probably check, right? 108 pounds on both wings. That should be plenty. Battery is charged. We can also open the doors if we want, which I always hit the wrong button. I think I gotta hit this. There it is, and then push it. There it is. So doors open. And what is this one? I think this is a cargo door or something. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, okay, dope. That looks really good. This plane is, I'd tell you again, like I started flying this plane I think a month ago, and I was very impressed and upset that I had waited so long to get it. Alright, some of these buttons we don't need at the moment. Alright, this is our weight and balance. Use your mouse scroll wheel to set the weights in each seat. Alright, we're not going to worry about that. And this is sound. That should be good. What does this button do? I don't know. This button do no. Oh! Apparently that was like quick start. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Oh, that's the pre-flight checklist. I think this one was quick start. I wanted to start it myself. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not the. I don't usually like to do the quick start. I do it myself. So anyway, let's get the plane started because we need to get in the air and do some stuff. All right. How do I start this thing? Go to the battery and alternator, and then we'll go prop full, mixture full, throttle full, and let's make sure that the fuel selector is on. I think the left tank is the one you need to start off of. The fuel selector is on the left, and now we need to go to. Also, this aircraft does have the GTN 750 in the cockpit. Fuel pump. All right, we have fuel pressure. Turn it off. Throttle back down. Crack the throttle, and we'll turn the key. Gorgeous. Cookie Productions, good to see you. Mike, welcome, man. Javian Johnson, Elephants, what's up, man? Daniel TV, thank you again, bro. Kamani, you have applied for IFATC. Now you have to take the test. Well, good luck. Gamer Infinite Flight, your dad flew from Carlsbad to LAX one time. I bet that was fun. And let me see if I can get my chat to like always show up on the top because it's not doing that right now. Kamani, thank you for the follow. Supporting the Twitch family. Appreciate it. Alright, beautiful. Let me know if it gets too loud in here. This is a pretty loud aircraft. Check 1, 2, guys, turn it down a little bit. DK Loud, what's up, man? Raven, welcome back. Alright, let's go ahead and get tuned in to the local frequency for Catalina so we can call our traffic calls. And that's going to be 1227. switching over and go squawking altitude, enter. And so what we're gonna do right now, I'm just gonna do some touch and goes here at Catalina, and then from there, I'm gonna head to Carlsbad. And Carlsbad is a class Delta, so we'll have to deal with that. And then from there, we'll go to San Diego, which is gonna be a class Bravo. What does the wind look like? Where is the windsock? Oh, the door's open. No wonder it's so loud. There we go. Alright, let's lock it and close the latch. Wait, engage latch before? Open? I'm not sure. I think it's latch. I have no idea. Okay. Let's go. So one runway here. And I'm assuming runway, I think it's 22. Don't have any wind right now. One thing you do have to be careful with in this aircraft is that it actually simulates fouling the what's it called? Those spark plugs or something like that. So if you remain idle in your engine for too long, you'll ruin those spark plugs. Alright, looks like we have a direct crosswind here. But it's kind of facing this way, but in my GTN it says we have 0 knots of wind. I prefer this one, so we're gonna go use this one even though there's not really an answer. Ollie Bobs, what's up, man? Good to see you. Now, so we're gonna taxi here to runway 22. I think that's where that Eclipse landed as well. I believe that's the direction he landed, so we're gonna go that way. Alright, let's get some lights turned on. Breaking all the laws right now. Can I hide this? Yes. Alright, let's see, we have our rotary beacon. Turn that on. Turn on the anti-collision lights. And we don't have taxi lights in this plane, so I'm just gonna use the landing lights. And I guess we could use some flaps, which is a big old flap handle. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know if I have a view for it. Don't. But right down here, there's a big old flap handle. That's gonna be our flaps. Gamer Infinite Flight, yes, after my streams are over, about a couple hours after that, I'll always post my videos to YouTube. Alright, Catalina Island is such a fun airport, guys. It's such a fun airport. Ollie Bob, thank you, bro, for the super chat donation. Amazing, bro. I really appreciate that, bro. Hold on. Make sure you guys say thank you to Ollie Bobs for that. Alright, checking to the left, we are clear. Checking to the right, we are clear. No traffic. I'm gonna go ahead and call our Unicom calls here. Oh, there it is. Spark plugs. So what I saw what I did? Engine is failing. Oh no. Alright, so to fix that, I believe you need to go higher RPMs and lower the mixture for a while. Alright, I think I fixed it already. It wasn't that bad, so we can go back to full mix and throttles. Make sure you don't go below, I think it's like 1000 RPM. How do I get rid of this? How do I get rid of you? Nope. I think it's this button. There it is. Alright, dope. Do I prefer general aviation, commercial, or military? I like them all, and I don't think it's fair to have to choose unless you're going for a career. If I was going to do a career, my career would be in general aviation, but mainly like private jets and stuff like that. So it's like borderline commercial. Technically, it is commercial. All right, let's see. Catalina Island, taking off runway 22, right traffic, Catalina Island. All right, let's do some landing practice. There's not like really any wind. You're up. Flaps up. Banking to the right. Tell you, man, they did such a great job on this scenery. Like, it's the entire island too, guys. The entire island. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. I believe the airport elevation is about 1,500. So we can go up to 25. And we'll turn our right base. What up, Skyhawk? Pro flight, good to see you, bro. Oh, nice. You got you a 1080 Ti coming on Wednesday? That's going to be great, bro. That's going to be great. XDK Loud, you're going VR? Pretty dope, bro. Ollie Bob's also, bro, thanks again for the super chat donation. And I see a message there, but I can't read it. I'm sorry. Going for my first flight lesson next week, bro. Congratulations. Good luck to you. Let's go ahead and turn that right base here. I'm sorry, not yeah, base. Let's go ahead and turn that right base. Catalina traffic, right base, runway 22. Catalina traffic. That's amazing, bro. That's great. DK, thank you for the follow as well, man. Alright, that horn is saying that we need to put the gear down. Don't worry, guys. You're never pressured to donate. It's never necessary. Alright, look at that approach right there, man. That's just gorgeous. That's just so cool. Can you imagine landing at an airport like this in real life? Like, here it doesn't really do it justice, man. Let's go flaps down here, a little high. And we're slow enough for the gear. We'll put the gear down. Catalina traffic, runway 22, short final, runway 22, Catalina traffic. Alright, we kind of went wide there. Look at that steep right there. That is so dope. Alright, let's see how my first landing is going to be today. Just over the fence. Alright, there's a float. Alright. That's okay, it's our first landing. So this is why we practice. Alright, flaps up. Takeoff config. Power. That wind is basically variable. When we took off last time, we had a tailwind. Now we have a direct crosswind at 1 knot, and before it was at 4. All right, gear up. Flaps up. Do a bit of a tighter pattern here. Samir Patel, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. On our crosswind leg now. I'm gonna watch our altitude. We didn't really watch it very well last time. Get some trim. Probably do a few touch and goes, get reacquainted with the controls and whatnot. Let's go ahead and turn that right downwind, and then we'll continue to Carlsbad. I may do like a full stop first, and then taxi back around and get the GPS set up and all that. I checked in there earlier. I'm a little concerned. So this is supposed to be a completely, you know, VFR flight. Yes, sir. My messages are working. I can see everything. Knocks in. Oh, turn a little bit too much. And it's supposed to be VFR flight. I won't do completely VFR. That's kind of what I want to do today. Just do some fun VFR. And I spawned in just to test Carlsbad for a little bit, and it was foggy, like IFR conditions straight up. So I was like, uh-oh. I might have to foul IFR, I'm not sure. Alright, let's get ready to land. We're on right downwind, about to turn our base. We're at, looks to be 80 knots, gonna turn that right now. Only thing I don't like about the scenery is that it doesn't really mix well with my ocean. I don't know if that's my fault, something I didn't do right when I installed it, or that's the way it is. I feel like we're gonna overshoot it again. I am gonna take it pretty slow. Alright, we're good. We're not bad. We're not bad. We're not bad. A little aggressive on the controls though. What up, Mayor? Good to see you. And Noxon, were you the one that asked earlier if I have flown to Dominican Republic? And on X-Plane, no. On Infinite Flight, yes. In real life, no. Would I like to in the future? Yes. Would I do? Will I specifically do Miami to Dominican Republic? I cannot say. But in the future, yeah, we'll have to visit Dominican Republic. All right, we're on final now. Catalina Island, runway 22, short final, Catalina Island. Alright, we're looking better this time. Flaps are down. A little bit of a tailwind. Ay, ay, ay. Not a good one. It looked so good up until the last second. Let's try it again. No butter here, guys. Strictly vegan. Oh, God. Alright, gear up. Let's try it again. Jesus, my butt literally hurt. Like, I am like, ouch. I'm gonna go a little bit farther out. Straight out this time. Goodbye gear, I know, right? I'm almost worried about landing it again. I did also want to... I don't know if we're going to go all the way to San Diego, honestly. But we'll see. Again, we'll see. That's just kind of like the plan today. But I want to do some touch and goes in Carlsbad as well, with Tower. I think that'll be fun. So maybe we'll do a max 2 more circuits, but this might be our last one here. If we can get a good one, if I can get a good one that I'm satisfied with, we'll continue from here to Carlsbad. Welcome to Ryanair. Alberto, what's up, man? Good to see you. Put my throttle on idle and flared a little late. Yeah, I don't know how high we were. There was a point where we just basically stalled and the aircraft just dropped out of the sky. I've noticed that happen with this plane sometimes. If you don't come in at the correct like approach speeds, like it just falls out of the sky. So I've had great landings in this plane before, so I know I can do it. But yeah, Catalina, guys. So I think what I might do, instead of making a full stop, is we could just basically do another touch and go. Let's go ahead and get ready to land here. We do another touch and go, and once we get in the air, we can just fly runway heading, kind of point ourselves in the direction of Carlsbad as we set up the GPS. The gear horn. We can actually go ahead and put it down now. Can't see nothing from this view. There we go. I don't want to go too low because we'll be below the runway. Yes, Ollie, I do use Navigraph for my flights. Alright, let's go ahead and call that. Catalina traffic. Short final runway 22 Catalina traffic. Alright, flaps down. Yeah, that wind is definitely variable. Every time I land, the wind's coming from a different direction. Alright, stall speed's around like 55, 60 knots. Plenty of runway, guys. Plenty of runway. There it is, baby. There it is. Yeah. All right. I'm happy with that one. Let's go to Carlsbad. Woo! That was nice. Catalina traffic on the go, departing to the east. Catalina traffic. All right, flaps up, gear up. Gonna sync my heading to directly ahead of me. See, it just took a few touch and goes to get that right. Alright, I just want to get the aircraft stable. We're probably gonna cruise around 3,500 to 5,500 on the way out there. It's about 60 miles, so it's not like extremely close, but it's not far either. Actually, let me be safe and actually put my autopilot on. The autopilot in this plane is a bit different than I'm used to as far as just visually, but it is Piper, and I'm not really familiar with Piper. Autopilot on. There we go. And we'll throw heading on. Alright, that's gonna fly to the heading. I'm actually gonna turn heading to the left. We wanna fly, yeah, right direction, east. Beautiful, beautiful. One issue I have is that it's supposed to be water right there, but for some reason it didn't come through. All right, let's put the flight plan in. I'm going to put our original location, KAVX, Catalina, and then we don't have to go to SXC, but I'm going to put it on there. And then the Victor 458 to Ocean. Load. Alright, nice. We're actually already about to fly right over. We actually just flew over the Catalina VOR. So let's continue to Avils. I can go ahead and change now my to nav, and that should send us over there. Nice. Airplane is doing what it's supposed to do. The scenery looks weird. Weird how? I know that the water part looks weird, but other than that, why do you think it looks weird? Ooh, I don't like what the... I don't know why it's pitching up like that. Where's altitude hold? Is there an altitude hold? We'll figure that out in a second. Joseph, what's up, man? Let's pull the power back, I guess. Do I need to trim it? Let's figure out this altitude situation really quick. We got plenty of time before we get there. All right, here's the autopilot. Here's the heading. Here's the roll, which is, you know, that way. Nav. What is that button? That's the pitch trim on off. I don't think that's what we want. I don't think. Make sure one thing I have to remember too is there's a setting in the aircraft where you can have it go auto select left and right fuel, because in planes like these you have to manually select which fuel tank you're pulling fuel from, so you have to actually do that. But they have a settings in case you forget, it just automatically switches. But the real plane I don't believe is like that. It's just how they have it for us so us simmers can figure life out. Anybody who flies this plane or familiar with it, remember how to do altitude hold? Because I don't remember. Andy Black from Florida, welcome. Alright, well, while we're flying, let's go ahead and continue doing our flight plan here. From Ocean VOR, we're going to continue south down the KCRQ. And that's going to be our flight plan for this leg. I want to see if this frequency works. Let's see if the departure is on 1274.
Makes sense?
Yep, that works.
Copy that. 1 up 0.
So if we want to get flight following, we can call, I think it's SoCal departure, and get flight following. We don't really need it, but if we wanted to get it, we could get flight following. The good thing is the aircraft is level, but it may be that there just isn't a altitude hold. Like, where would it be? Yes, sir, Minty Aviation. This is the Just Flight Piper Arrow 3. Catalina is not that big, no, but I mean, this is small. The fact that we can see the entire island is tiny. You know what I mean? Once we get to the actual the coast, we'll see how, you know, how small that is compared to everything else. I think that's San Clemente over there. Or is it more farther out to the south? But yeah, the weird thing, and again, is just the edges. And I don't know if that's something that I didn't do right in the install. But the edges are not coming through like they're supposed to. But it has a nice little bare area that it's supposed to have throughout the city. But I mean, for free scenery, it's really freaking good. And I love flying at the Catalina airport over there. It's really cool. Put this camera back where I had it. I think it was this way. No, but seriously, we're still on the search for this altitude hold button. Right now we are at, it looks to be 5,700 and climbing. I don't want to go any higher than that. I'd like to level off where we are. What does this button do? Reset to test. That's not it. Nav 2, we have our ident, we have our COM 2 radios. Textures are very well done in this plane. What is this? Doesn't look like it's on. I found it. I remember finding it. I did a flight with it the other day and I remember finding it. Now I don't remember where it is. What up, Shenanigans? Good to see you, man. Where the heck is altitude hold?
Correct Ventura, resume on navigation, climbing to 6,000. Correct Ventura up to 6,000, coming up 0.
Try pressing Control Z. Who, me? What is Control Z gonna do in a flight simulator? What is this button? Emergency locator transmitter, in case we need that. I don't know, guys. I mean, maybe we gotta maintain altitude on our own. Maybe I gotta trim it out myself. I mean, it is a pretty old plane, so I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't have an altitude mode. Hold. One of the gauges. Alt F4. Alt F4 does not work. That's for sure. But you can try it if you want. I'll wait. Donde está altitude hold mode? This thing barely has a GPS on it. We're just gonna ignore it, I guess. I guess I could turn the autopilot off and just trim it out manually. This is the fuel pump. Yeah, I know, Toasted. It's an ongoing computer people joke. Alright, well, let's see how far. We're not gonna worry about it right now. We're good. We're not in any airspaces or anything like that. We are, it says 25 minutes away. About 50 miles out. I will go ahead and, right now we're on approach. Thank you, Olliebobs, again, bro. What's going on, man? I do appreciate that, though. Another donation, man. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys tell Ollie to big thanks. Gotta go. Have a good flight. Well, thank you, bro, for stopping by and showing some love. I'm gonna tune in to the ATIS of Carlsbad, and we'll pick that up when we can. One thing I love about the GTN is like you get frequencies super easy. I'm pretty sure we're too far away to get it right now, but I was gonna have it in standby form ready. We could also monitor COM2. Actually, let's try getting on COM2. I want to see if COM2 works in this plane. It's 12015.
The 2.
Kilo Alpha Victor.
I think it's working.
Carlsbad, McClellan,
Oh, that's amazing.
Airport. 8 is information X-ray. 1653 Zulu. Wind variable at 4. Visibility 5. Haze. 800 scattered. Temperature 20. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29997. Arriving and departing runway 24. ILS runway 24 approach in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information X-ray.
Alright, we got information X-ray.
Carlsbad, McClellan, Palomar Airport. 8 is information X-ray. 1653 Zulu. Wind variable at 4. Visibility 5. Haze. 800 scattered. Temperature 20. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29997. Arriving and departing runway 24. ILS runway 24 approach in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information X-ray.
Alright, guys, we have X-ray. I don't know how to switch these over.
Carlsbad, McClellan, Palomar Airport. 8 is information X-ray. 16.
Oh, that's dope. I can turn it down, too. That's cool. I'm just going to switch it to something random. Alright, so, we got X-ray and Carlsbad. Winds, I mean, the weather is definitely looking better now than it did earlier when I checked the weather. Earlier when I checked the weather, we only had a half-mile visibility. Now we have 5-mile visibility and scattered at 800, I think he said. So it's not too bad now. I think we can get in VFR still. DK Cloud, I downloaded the trial for X-Plane 11 and I can't start the plane. It just started from hit the button up here. I think it's flight, and go start engine to running, which is also shift control E. It's a good way to just get started quickly without having to learn how to start the plane. Minty Aviation, is there no autopilot test button? I don't know. Andy Black, what are some decent payware simulations available for X-Plane 11? There's a lot. It depends. When people ask me that, I'm like, it kind of depends on what you like, what you want to do with it. The LA area off our left wing. How high are we now? We're at 6,000. I know there's a way. I know that there's a altitude hold. Part of me wants to open up the manual until I can find it. Because once we get like in airspace, they're gonna want us at specific altitudes. I want to make sure I'm able to hold those altitudes. But I'm feeling like it could be possible that there's not an altitude hold. Like whenever I went up with my godfather in a Cessna 172, he had an old one. It had no GPS at all. I don't think it even had an altitude hold. The way he would hold altitude is just trimming the plane out straight up. So like us people in flight sim, we get real spoiled with a lot of the things that we have in the plane, like all the GPS and avionics. Like a lot of the planes that you would go up in if you were going out for your flight training, you wouldn't have. Like you wouldn't have a GTN, you wouldn't have a glass cockpit most of the time. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have a lot of these things. So going through the book now, we're gonna see if I can find if there is an altitude mode. There's autopilot. Yeah, there's no altitude hold. There's none. There is none. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I think you have to trim the plane out. I'm gonna try trimming the plane out. I think it's already trimmed. I think this is the highest we're gonna get. We're at 7,500 at the moment. One thing we could do is probably do some mixture thingies. Way down to 2,500 or less. There we are. I want to overstress the engine. Try to keep it at 7,500. Shenanigans, this is the, what's it called? The heck is their name? Just Flight Piper PA-28 Aero 3. And there's actually a bunch, not a bunch, there's multiple similar aircraft available. And it was tough when I was trying to find it as well. Because I knew I wanted this plane. I knew which version I wanted. Because I saw it somewhere else, and I was like, I want that one. I don't know which one that is. And when I went to the store, I saw like 5 different Piper Arrows. I'm like, how am I supposed to know which Piper Arrow it is? And it's not the cheapest one. I know it's not. It's like one of the middle ones, I think. But I really like this one. Are altitude settings not on the right of the radio? Let me look. I don't think so. What does this button do? Oh, that's our actual radio. No, it is not. What is this? I don't know what this is doing. It's changing something. I hear it click. Oh, it's changing our ADF. So no, I don't think. I just looked at the manual and it didn't mention anything about a altitude hold. So there's a heading hold, there's a navigation mode. I don't even know if it had like a approach mode. We'll have to fly the approach by hand, I guess. So we'll get to ocean. Once we get to ocean, we can go ahead and actually right before we get to ocean, I think it'd be smart right before we get to ocean VOR for us to go ahead and call in to Carlsbad Tower for landing on runway. I think it's 22. Oh wait, no, 24. Runway 24. It'll be right traffic, I believe. Whoopsie, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Right below the radio. No, those are these over here are our lights, which we can turn the land lights off. These are our lights. So we got battery, we have our alternator, our fuel pump, our landing light, beacon, and ignition, pitos, and this is actually interior lighting, I think. Yeah, these are interior lights here. And we have our altitude air.
So from Paradise to Paradise 270 radial.
And actually, all these switches actually work, which is pretty cool. Temperature right here. So yeah, I'm really, again, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but like this is not a new plane, but it's new to me. About a month ago, new to me. But it came out like, I don't know, maybe a year ago. What up, Thomas? Good to see you, bro. Welcome to the stream. So I don't know what tomorrow looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and say that now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream tomorrow. I don't know what time, if I do stream tomorrow. So this may be my last stream for the week. I'm gonna see if I can try and pull off a possibly a later stream tomorrow, like a night stream. But we'll see what happens. Uh-oh, what happened? I think I just lost approach. No, we're good. What program do I use to make flight plans? A lot of times I use SimBrief for IFR flight planning. Navigraph also helps you make flight plans, or allows you to make flight plans within it. And I think our altitude changed. We actually lost a lot of altitude. We're still at 7,000, but we're at 7,300. Let's go ahead and climb a little bit and give it some more power. It should start climbing. But yeah, SimBrief, I use a lot of things. It kind of depends on what I'm using. So like for this flight specifically, I just used SkyVector, and I just kind of picked where I wanted to go. That's all I did. But we're just flying VFR. And let's see what else. I also use SimBrief again for IFR stuff. I use Navigraph, but mainly I usually import my flight plans from SimBrief and use them in Navigraph. How far are we? 63 miles. Go.
172 uniform, is that correct?
We're just cruising out here over the Pacific. Get some jams playing in the background since we're cruising a little bit. This is kind of like if we were flying like an airliner and we're just kind of cruising. Like it's kind of like that, except it's a small plane. So I don't know. Can I do a stream sometime on flight plans and how to make and use them? I'm not against that. maybe someday I can do. I don't know if I'll do a stream that's dedicated to just making a flight plan, but maybe I'll. Usually I try to create my flight plan and everything before getting started with the stream. So maybe one day I'll like start from that point where I start from the actual creation of the flight plan and then move into how to use that in the flight. And all that. So I think it'd be good for people who are maybe new to flight sim and things like that. Jefferson, thank you, bro, for the like and welcome back. I do need to get the chart for the arrival into KCRQ. Expecting runway 24. We have X-ray. Oh, that sucks. Apparently I can only pin airports that I'm... Okay, whatever. We're gonna be 3,300.
American 1555, you were required to take training.
The lazy pilot, what's up, man? Good to see you. I use VATSIM, I use Pilotedge, but I do not use Avio.
Now with further information with 24 hours.
So we'll contact them right before we get to Ocean VOR, which is like right there. I just noticed too that I forgot to turn my light on. There we go. I can't believe I forgot. Like, I don't know, I was tripping. Again, I was kind of thrown off today. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna stream, what I'm gonna fly, where I'm gonna fly it. I knew I wanted to fly Pilotedge. I knew I wanted to fly this plane. I just didn't know where I wanted to fly it. Alright, we're at 7,400. Kind of like going up and down a bit. So I gotta adjust and maintain our altitude. Price travel tips. What's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. There's the California highway right there. One of them. We're only looks to be 8 miles away from Ocean, and we'll contact Tower.
Santa Barbara approach, Stephen and Lobster. I want to see if I can get lower yet. Everyone else, Sierra. I can get you down to 4 if you want to go lower this early. You still have about 15 miles straight and level here. One out there, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you get this through. Take this in. Okay.
Don't think I see it yet. A good screenshot though. What scenery am I using? I am using well, I use Ortho 4XP to generate all the scenery that you see below, just like yesterday. Looks freaking amazing. This is why I like flying California. I mean, look at this. Come on. Price travel tips. I am in the Just Flight Piper Aero 3. Piper PA28 Piper Aero 3. I'm not sure how to say it. PA28 Piper Aero 3. That's what it is. And she is good looking. One thing I like, especially when people, developers create GA planes, I love seeing like wear and tear. Like, I don't like, not a fan of when they give that real like brand new look. Alright, let's go ahead and tune into the tower here. And let them know we have Quebec, or was it X-ray? X-ray. Let's turn music off. Yeah, we're like 1 mile away from it. Carlsbad Tower, November 116 Bravo, about 10 miles north over Ocean VOR, requesting landing.
116 Bravo, I believe it was. Palmer Tower, right down, runway 24, clear land.
Right downwind, 24, clear land, Piper 16 Bravo. Alright, dope. That was easy.
1 off steer to maintain 4,000.
And we got the runway we were expecting as well. And we can technically go ahead and start descending now. We're at, actually at 8,000 now. And I think that's the airport. Yep, that's it. So I'm going to take it from here. I'm going to turn off the autopilot.
Right approach, altimeter 2997, so maintain 5,000.
And go ahead and descend down. We don't need to go all the way out to the localizer, like to intercept the localizer and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, guys. But I want to get down to at least pattern altitude. So I'm going to bring back the power here. Is this the last flight? We can swing one more. We can swing one more. Maybe. Let's see how it goes. Who's ATC? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not like super familiar with all the voices yet.
63 kilo flight at 130.
Aircraft got real quiet when I pulled the power back. So he gave us a right downwind to enter right downwind runway 24. So we'll just go straight until we get to like, I don't know, maybe about a mile out or so. And then I'll make a left turn to the right downwind and then we'll continue. And wow, the weather has gotten a lot better since about maybe half hour ago when I first checked the weather. Weather out here in Carlsbad was originally half a mile visibility. Let me make sure it's the right airport. Because sometimes like there'll be like a second airport ahead of you.
Ground, banana 1453.
No, that's it.
At the north ramp with Mike ready to taxi.
Seems weird to have GTB, I mean GTN, I guess. Yo, Shikoda, what's up, man? Long time no see. Right, a GTN 750, but you ain't got no altitude hold mode, right? It's funny. It's true. That's true. Originally, like, I don't have to use it, but I decided just to make it easier today, because I thought we might, at some point, if the weather gets crazy, we may have to go IFR, and I feel more comfortable having it when we fly IFR. Especially when, like, it just takes a load off of me. It makes it a lot easier to switch between frequencies and things as well, too.
That's 081, radar contact departure. Departure, system 13081.
I'm actually going to call a midfield, runway 24, and let them know I want to get a touch and go in before we do a full stop. And what we might do instead as
Give me
well
one officer, I'm sorry, Mr.
is
Turn
let's get the
right.
land lights turned on.
Right
by the
turn
way.
heading 090.
We'll do a touch and go, and then we'll request departure to the south to San Diego, and we'll request flight following with it. Amar, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Aviation, all right, guys, sorry about that.
Right, how far are we now?
Tower SS301, can you confirm that departure frequency one more time? I feel like
Yeah, it's about far enough. Let's go and make that right base turn. Right downwind turn.
R1308134.2.
You hush.
2, SS301.
Look at that wind pushing us. That wind was pushing us.
Give me one officer, cleared go yet.
It's only 3 knots of wind, but it's really pushing us.
That's 130.
What's up, Blake? Good to see you, man. First time catching a live stream. Glad you're able to make it, bro.
160 kilo heading 040.
There's Carlsbad on the right wing. We'll hold this altitude here. Go ahead and trim it out. Actually, we can go a little lower. Yeah, I got a few mountains ahead of us. Probably do a short final there. Carlsbad Tower, Piper 116 Bravo. We're midfield, runway 24. We're gonna request a touch and go.
Just verify the call sign. Is it 1146 Bravo?
It's Piper 16 Bravo.
Piper 16 Bravo, thank you. Runway 24, clear for the option.
Clear for the option. Runway 24, Piper 16 Bravo.
And Piper 16 Bravo, are you going to be departing or staying in a pattern?
We'll stay in a pattern for a circuit, and then we'll be departing on the second time.
Roger that. Number 16 Bravo, right close traffic and report midfield.
Right close traffic, report midfield 16 Bravo. All right, let's go do it. The wind is really pushing us today. Let's go gear down so that thing will shut up.
Number 1 officer, go ahead and just fly present heading. It doesn't look like you're heading toward Goya. You're actually heading towards Coté.
Here is down, 3 green. Sliding in, that wind is something else right now.
Roger that.
Get that.
584 Romeo Bravo.
Actually have a tailwind.
Ready to go.
584 Romeo Bravo, Camarillo Tower, runway 26 clear for takeoff.
26 clear for takeoff, 4 Romeo Bravo.
I believe he said right traffic. Yes, sir, this is multiplayer. ATC are real people. And there's other planes out there as well, doing different plane stuff. Alright, let's see if we can practice what we had earlier. We'll do 2 touches here and we'll continue to San Diego. Yeah, we got a bit of a crosswind. Quite a bit of a crosswind. Oh, yes. That was so satisfying. Let's do it again. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, guys, I just want to have some fun flying, doing some touch and goes, practicing my ATC calls. You know what I mean? I feel like last time, our last Pilotedge flight was a little bit of a. I was a little rusty last time. We did do IFR too, though, but it's a little rusty. I just wanted to get more comfortable out here. It's like my first couple weeks back on Pilotedge in a while. Alright, flaps are up, gears coming up. I'm gonna make that right turn. I didn't realize that Carlsbad is actually quite a bit elevated here. You see this? Got some hills. There's a FedEx truck going down the neighborhood right now.
Chino Tower, Bonanza 1453 Sierra, holding short 26 right, ready to go.
Man, I'm having to put so much like right aileron in.
1453 Sierra, Tower, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 26530.
Alright, let's go ahead and turn.
4 Romeo Bravo, contact departure.
Departure 4 Bravo.
Alright, so once I call my midfield this time, I'm gonna let him know that I want to depart to San Diego this time with flight following. With the light with flight following.
Contact. Expect to host runway 25 approach. Advise you of hotel. One out Sierra contact. Santa Barbara Tower.
Thankfully, it's not crazy busy either.
16 Bravo, I see you at midfield, runway 24, click to the option, straight out departure to the shoreline approved.
Runway 24, option approved to the shoreline. I also want to request flight following to San Diego for Piper 16 Bravo.
16 Bravo, roger, remain this frequency, I'll get you a code here in a second.
Roger.
16 Bravo, departure frequency 119.6, 5153.
119.6, 5153. 119.6. And then he said 5153.
60 kilo, flight error 80. And 60 kilos to maintain 4,000.
See, this is why I like the GTN, because that was so easy to put in just now.
53 Sierra, contact departure.
I expect that turn.
53 Sierra, good day.
It would have been a lot more of a hassle for me to make that change on the fly there if I was using the regular radios. I also don't have any physical like radio panel here on my setup, so I don't have a physical dial that I can turn to make changes like that, which would be a lot easier. Alright, I see the runway.
081, contact Cal approach 135.4.
Falafel is not on the menu today. Alright, here we go. On final. Runway 24. Piper 16 Bravo.
Departure radar contact.
Radar is, sorry. Gear is down and indicating 3 green.
Delta and, do you want to do a localizer there? Fullerton?
Basically gliding down to the glide slope here. And applying some power.
53 Sierra. Just fly heading 200. Localizer, runway 24 approach. And maintain 3,000. 53 Sierra, maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000.
Still have that crosswind and a tailwind as well.
60 kilo, maintain 3,000.
Legoland bound, yes sir.
Yeah. Other aircraft, I blocked you. Who's that?
Alright, got a little crosswind. And land on that right wheel. Kicking the rudder. And idle. Ooh, a little too much rudder there. But it was pretty soft. Alright, let's continue. And rotate.
460 kilo, turn right heading 160.
Gear up. Slowly, gonna fly real low to there. I like flying like real low to the runway on takeoff sometimes. Alright, straight out departure was approved. We're on flight following. And he gave us departure frequency as well, so he'll be giving us that here in a second.
1.5 miles from Snake, flight 180, maintain 3,000.
X-Client iOS, what's up, man? Good to see you. So once we get over the beach, we can we're approved to go south to San Diego, and if we want, we can also put that in here. I want to be able to see where I'm going at the same time. So direct San Diego.
That's 1453 Sierra, Canal approach. I expect your clearance to localize runway 24 approach here momentarily. The downwind altimeter 290 system. Give me 1 Alpha Sierra, continue taxi.
Appreciate it, Okoth, Kaylee. It's a very nice touch and go indeed.
And 1 Alpha Sierra, taxi park navigable.
Alright, there's the beach. We'll follow the beach down San Diego. We're only about 30 miles north right now There is a Class Bravo.
Turn right heading 07.
San Diego is a Class Bravo, so we have to have permission to get inside of it, even though we're on flight following. So if he doesn't give it to us, then we'll just have to request it. Now, I don't know if I need to switch to. I think I can switch to.
Almost 6 Bravo, contact departure.
The departure. Please repeat that for 16 Bravo.
For 16 Bravo, contact SoCal departure 119.6.
Alright, SoCal departure 16 Bravo. 119.6.
Jumping to out is.
Nice, where are we?
74163, downwind tower, runway 20 right, clear land, wind 1505.
Whenever we contact them, I think they want to know our location. We're 3 miles south. Coast of, what's it called? And we're at 2,000.
Squawk VFR over to tower 9,
SoCal departure, Piper 16 Bravo, about 5-ish miles south on the coast from the heck's the name of the airport.
16 Bravo, SoCal departure. You're ready to contact. If you're given a code before departure, you don't have to report your position. You come up as soon as you come off the runway there.
Okay, appreciate it. I also draw a blank on where I came from.
That's all right. Yeah, if you're a pop-up, you just cold calling approach, then you want to give your position. But if you're just cold calling, you're coming off a runway, you don't have to give your position.
Thank you for that info.
13081, Fulton Tower, enter right.
Alright, dope. I love it. This is why I like Pilotedge too. And you'll get the same thing on VATSIM from time to time. But if it's not busy, like, they're really nice and they'll give you information. They'll tell you what you can do, what not to do. They don't like scold you all the time for doing things wrong. But they'll just correct you in a nice way. Like, hey, like, you don't have to tell us your position if you already have a squawk code. So, because he already sees me on the radar. Okay, so I'm gonna pull. I think, you know what we forgot to do on landing as well is we forgot to pull our prop RPM back to max. That's all right. We are heading south now. We go to our final destination today. It will be San Diego, guys. It will be San Diego, and we are only about 20 miles away from there. Just gonna go ahead and head direct to San Diego just so we know how far we are. Not using the GPS currently. Kind of feels pointless since there's no altitude mode. Like, why use the rest of the GPS? We are gonna need to eventually get the San Diego ATIS. So I am going to trim the aircraft out to a point where I feel comfortable. I'm thinking that, actually we're about to come up to 4,000 now. We're technically going east, so we need to stay at an odd 500. So I'm going to descend down to 3,500 feet. What up, Ethan? Good to see you, man. I'm going to descend down to 3,500. And I'm going to try to level off there. And just follow the coast. Again, I mean, we have like a rough flight plan where we're going. We know we're going to San Diego. We know San Diego's in that direction. We have the GTN for backup for that, for airspaces and things like that. But other than that, I mean, we're really, again, straight up VFR. The weather turned out to be very nice out here in Southern California. When I first spawned out here, it was basically IFR. It was foggy as heck all the way down the southern coast. I'm sorry, the west coast. And I was like a little worried, like, dang it, I'm gonna have to cook up an entire IFR flight plan for this short little route. And I was like, you know, let's just do it. Let's just hope that the wind pans out. Not the wind, the weather pans out for us later. And it definitely did. Alright, so I think I should be able to let go of the the yoke now.
System 13081, either a turn to the left would do it, or maybe flying a crooked base, like a little out to the east there.
So I'm for COM 2 to 1348, and now I can hear the ATIS. Turn it up.
RNOV and localizer runway 27 approach in use. VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions.
Gamer
Advise on initial contact.
says this is
you
my
have
first time my
information
dad's
November.
interested in X-Plane. Well, welcome, Dad. I'm glad that you are now interested. Alright, November.
1651 Zulu.
1 o'clock and 2.5 miles. You guys
Visibility 10. 1000 scattered. Temperature 22. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29 or 9 or 8. Arriving and departing runway 27. Visual, RNO, and localizer runway 27 approach and use. VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
Alright, we have November.
14530, localizer 240. That's 14530, full to the tower, runway 24, clear to land, 1 below 3. The traffic, no factor.
Alright, so we have we have information November for San Diego. And I'm trying to maintain somewhere near 3,500 feet. We're on SoCal approach. We got to turn monitoring off of that one for now. And so far so good. So I had a bunch of today just kind of like hanging out. Had a few good touch and goes. There's some touch and go. Did some pattern work at Catalina Island, and then stopped at Carlsbad. Did a couple circuits there with Tower, and then picked up our flight follow into San Diego from there. And we're only about what's that? The fifth. Wow, we're pretty close. Oh Jesus, we're already 10 miles out. Me asking if we're clear into the San Diego Bravo. SoCal approach Piper 16 Bravo. Want to see if we can get cleared into the San Diego Bravo.
Piper 16 Bravo. Yeah, we can give you one. Piper 16 Bravo, clear to Bravo airspace 3,500 or below. Contact Limber Tower 118.3.
That's 118.3 Limburg Tower and at or below 3,500. 16 Bravo.
16 Bravo, quick question. Are you at 3,200 now?
Am I? Correct, I am at 3,200 now.
Okay, technically you're in the Bravo right there, and that little piece off the mirror bar. You should need it. It would need to be 33 through there.
I apologize.
No worries.
Alright, so we're cleared in Bravo after already busting through the Bravo. And only at or below 3,500 feet. And we need to contact San Diego Tower.
584 Romeo Bravo flighting 110. 110 for
She said it was 118.3. And we have November. San Diego Tower, Piper 16 Bravo, inbound from the north with November.
Tower 116 Bravo, Limburg Tower. From Mission Bay into the 45, right downwind, runway 27.
Right downwind, runway 27, 16 Bravo. All right. Alright, there's the airport. And it is definitely cleared up so much, man. I remember I actually spawned the aircraft out here at both Carlsbad and San Diego, and it was like no visibility at all. I was like, oh, we're gonna have to do an IFR flight. But it cleared up very nicely. Can we stop in Mexico for some tacos? Honestly, we're not far. I'm not sure how that clearance would go. I don't know if if they simulate that here on Pilotedge. But that sounds interesting. Actually, honestly, how would that work? How would that work if I was like, all right, I'm taking off from San Diego. I want to go get some tacos at I don't know the name of the airport over there. There's an airport just south of San Diego over here. Where is it at? MMTJ. If we want to go there. I want to go to MMTJ. Just over there, just to land there. VFR, General Aviation. I know I need to have my papers and stuff. Technically, it's across the border, so I have to do. Runway 27, clear land, Piper 16 Bravo. But yeah, so how would that work? How would that work? I'm very curious. Oh, Jai, we went a bit high. He said nothing higher than 35. Oh, we're at 20. I'm sorry, we're at 2,000 right now. 2,500. I panicked. Is that Tijuana? Thank you. That's what I was like, I couldn't remember the name of it. Tripix, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We do the same concept here as we did in Carlsbad. We're not going to do any touch and goes. It's going to be one full stop, guys. We got one chance at this. We are 3 miles away. We're not on autopilot. We've never been on autopilot on the second leg. It's been completely trim only. I'm going to go ahead and start turning left a little bit here. I don't think there's any other traffic inbound for San Diego at the moment. The aircraft is turning almost as if it's on autopilot. Maybe it is. Let me make sure autopilot's off. Oh, it was on. When did I turn autopilot on? I don't remember turning autopilot on. No wonder I was fighting a darn plane. There is San Diego International, Lindbergh, and San Diego Downtown. Also, free scenery. This is that classic free too. This has been around for a long time, since like X-Plane 10. There's a battleship, there's a battleship and a aircraft carrier on the dock over there. So you can't land on it. There's just a bunch of like aircraft. I think it's like a museum. There's already like a bunch of aircraft on it. All right, so we're midfield, runway 27. Land lights are on. Pulling our power back. I love the San Diego approach. It's funny, so in Orlando when I was at Flight Sim Expo, X-Plane, no, Yoke, who is it? What's their name? The new Yoke that's like coming out. Honeycomb. Honeycomb had a booth. And on their booth, they had like you know the San Diego approach set up, and everybody was testing out the Yoke on the San Diego approach. And they had us in a default X-Plane 11 C90, King Air C90. Let's go ahead and make that. Let's put the gear down first. And set up here. And so they had us there, but that was actually, for real, my first time ever using a yoke ever in general. Like that was my first yoke. Like Honeycomb was my first experience with a yoke. Yes, because as you can see right now, I'm using a joystick. You probably can't really see it in the camera that much, but I am using a joystick, so I'm not using an actual yoke, and I never had a yoke. Matter of fact, this is my first thing I've ever had in general, like for a joystick. Like this is it. This is my first thing. And so using the yoke for the first time in front of all these people, and it was just funny. It was, and I crashed. I definitely crashed. Matter of fact, I was looking pretty good for the landing up until I went to go to flight idle, and I didn't realize on the throttle quadrant for the HOTAS, it's like at a certain point, just like in the real plane, at a certain point, the plane goes from idle to beta, so like reverse. So like right around here, I was trying to slow down, so I had my throttle all the way back, thinking I was going to idle, and it actually put the aircraft in reverse, and it put me in a deadly spin to the ground, and I crashed in that parking lot. So that was my Honeycomb experience, but that was my first yoke, so I really don't have much to say about the actual yoke itself. I know it's supposed to be really high quality, but it looks nice and all. All right, let's see if we can make this second or third taxiway. No, second. First or second. We'll see which one happens. Alright, it wasn't bad. It was not as soft as I wanted it to be, but it wasn't bad. Alright. Exit to the right here. And I don't think he's going to see me the ground, but he might. And GA is off to the right back here of 27. We'll park after the bars. Haven't heard him talking in a while. Strobes off, landing lights off. I think the anti-collision lights is the strobe lights, yeah. And let them know we are clear of runway 27. San Diego Tower, Piper 16 Bravo, clear of runway 27. And right on time, too. Might be a controller change. Sometimes when it gets like real quiet out of nowhere, it's like right before a controller change. Thank you, Yoshi Coder. We'll take a look at the replay, see how smooth it actually was. I know that my landing back in Carlsbad was probably my best one today. Or actually...
16 Bravo, taxi parking via Charlie. Have a good day.
It's parking via Charlie. Good day, 16 Bravo. But I think the one in Carlsbad, the second one, was the second or third? I can't remember. It might have been the first one. But one of our landings back there, Carlsbad, was my best one. When I was like, the one that I was like real excited about, yeah, that's the one. That was the one. And then we had a really good one back in Catalina as well. I think it was our final landing in Catalina. It was one of my favorites. We could technically rewind all the way back there, but I don't know if X-Plane's gonna crash or not. We didn't really cover a lot of ground today. We'll be good. We'll just watch this final landing. We'll get out of here. But thank you guys so much, though. Welcome to San Diego. Again, kind of showing off some more free scenery. Took off in Catalina, stopped in Carlsbad. Now we're in San Diego. I like to call it the iconic San Diego because this was like one of the first like really good sceneries we got on X-Plane.
November 418, Charlie Sierra, 10 miles east of the airport.
There's a Learjet off our left, Falcon C90 on the ramp here. Will I go to Tijuana? Nah, not today. I don't know how to do that. It sounds fun. I'm probably gonna post it in the Pilotedge thing. Like, what's the procedure that I need to go through to do a flight from like San Diego to Tijuana and back, or from even like the northern, like if I wanted to do a flight out of Washington to like Vancouver, you know what I mean? Like how would that work crossing the borders? Because there's a few different borders in Pilotedge. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and tune out the radio here, or we'll just I guess log off of Pilotedge. That's fine too. Disconnected. And we have about a few minutes to watch the replay. Thank you guys again for flying with us. We'll shut the engines off. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, make sure we're off. We are indeed off. Go see. Take a look at my work. So bright. This airport's always been so bright. Like the ground is so freaking white. It is so washed out. It is so washed out. I think that might be... I'm using reshade, so that might be... Yeah, that's what it is. It's still bright, but I think this airport is naturally bright. At least it's always been that way. All right, replay mode. Here we go. Hit play. I love this approach in San Diego. I love how close you get to the to the ground. I mean, it's how the buildings on approach. All right, here we go. Flaps are down, gear is down. It looks so slow. It was alright. It was alright. For a Piper landing, it was alright. It wasn't hard, it wasn't too rough. but it was alright. I'll take it. Alright, rewind. Yeah, let's watch it from the flyby cam. I'll do it for the downtown in the background. One of my favorite views. Let's get it. Oh man. It was like we floated and then it kind of dropped. And this approach in a aircraft of this small is a lot easier than it is like if you're doing it. Is that a helicopter? It's a lot easier than if you were doing it like in a 737, 747, something like that. Because in a big aircraft, like it's just the way the approach is set up, like it's kind of steep. Try that one right there. See what that looks like. Finally got some clouds too. Right after we landed. It looks like I gave up on the last 5 feet. Right there we floated and then it just kind of fell out of the sky. So yeah, the landings earlier were a lot better than that. All the Southwest planes. This was a great place to fly in or out of when you're flying Southwest. I don't think I have any special views for this plane. I kind of want, just because we're about to get out of here, but I kind of want to just see if I could possibly catch one of my other landings. What's the possibility that I can catch another landing? It is. Okay, there's a final landing, looks like, into Carlsbad. I'm gonna watch this one. The first one, or the second one was better. It's all fault. It's kind of a lot more clouds out here now. It's kind of the scenery trying to load in, so now I'm getting some stuttering because we just moved the aircraft like 50 miles. Jay the Crow, hello, what's up, man? Good to see you. All right, let's try it. Yeah, you see all the objects popping in still. This is with a tailwind crosswind. A tail crosswind. That wasn't bad. That was a lot better than the other landing we just watched. And then there's a touch and go. Laps came up. And we're airborne. Jay the Crow, does this game have multiplayer mode? Out of the box, no. But there are add-ons that you can use to make X-Plane multiplayer, and that is VATSIM. You can use Pilotedge, you can use IVAO, and there's a few others. Pilotedge is paid, VATSIM is free. VATSIM is the most popular one. IVAO is also free. And there's probably another one I'm not thinking about right now. So we're gonna watch. This is gonna be our last landing, and before we get out of here. Interesting strobe lights. What makes them interesting? They're probably realistic. I assume. I don't know anything about strobe light patterns, but I assume there's a reason why it looks like that. No problem, Jay. Or Jaw. Alright, I think this was the one. So after this, we will get out of here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys coming out. Watching me have a little VFR fun out here in California on Pilotedge. And it was alright. It wasn't as good as I thought, but it was good. It was decent. It was alright. It was alright. But guys, I'll see you guys next time. Again, I don't know if I'll be back streaming tomorrow. We'll see. Just you know, watch out for a notification or whatever. And but I'll be back soon. And As always, remember you got 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. See you guys next time. Next video. And we out. And we out. And we out. Okay, bro. Peace.